Okay, this video is for Guitar League, and I just want to explain about turning on the soundboard and try to do it as efficiently as I can so that you can refer to this later if you need to. There's a dust cover that's on it, right? I think you might remember that. It drapes over the soundboard, and you take it off and you put it to the side. And to start it up, you come over here to this sound rack. And this is called the sequencer. This is the only thing that will have lights on it that are lit. And you just press the start button. It takes a while for everything to come up. You'll hear some whirring, perhaps, that are coming from speakers, the amplifiers that are in a sound rack that's up there in the band pit. I think that the soundboard is easy to learn. It looks intimidating, but I don't know shit. Okay? And if I can do it, anybody can do it. So when it comes up, if, by the way, you hear a pop when it starts, you're not supposed to hear a pop. And if you do, it's because whoever turned it off previously did not make sure that all of the microphones were muted. So I did not hear a pop, so that's a good thing. So the first thing you have to do is you have to log in. And you're going to use the basic login. It's right here. You press basic. And over here, where you see the login button, right above it, and I know you can't read it, the password is right there, basic5679. Ignore the 2 with the paren on the other side. You can't see it, but there's a number 2 with paren. Ignore that. That's not part of the login. So you press the login, you get this keyboard, and basic 5679. And then press the apply button. And that's what you see. And so this is how it should look after you've logged in. The first thing you need to do is come down here and press letter B. Okay? The reason for pressing letter B is that now the microphones and the microphone and the input for the guitar that you are going to use are all here on the same page. Over here, I'll try to make this visible. Okay, over here, you see wireless. That's the microphone for a presenter to speak and sing into, and it refers to this mic that's right here. Has a little on switch right here. When it's on, you can check the battery level. And there are batteries right here. This part unscrews down here, and I'll try to explain that to you when you're here. So you need to look for the one that says wireless, and you come down here and you press it so that it's not lit. The input for the guitar is going to say Choir 3, CHOR 3. And you want to make sure that that's pressed and that's not lit. So that means that those microphones or inputs are live, they're hot. And having said all of this, you might want to leave this muted until you're ready, because if you're going to plug in the guitar, move the mic around or whatever, and if it's on, you're going to hear it. And especially plugging in the guitar, you might create popping noises. So it's probably best to leave it muted until you're ready to go. And then when you're ready, you just unmute, okay? And if you need to adjust anything, there's a slider directly below each of these things, the wireless and Choir 3, and treat them sort of like a volume button or volume control. Okay? So that's really all you should need to deal with. However, if for some reason you come over here and this is missing, and you're like, WTF, where is it? And you don't have time to go looking for it, and beats me where it will be, because, you know, this is a church. So in a scenario such as that, there is another microphone that, I don't know, you can't really see it from here, but there's another microphone that's going to be on the floor, and it's always there, and it lives there. It's something that we use every single Sunday. It's portable. It can be moved. It's simple. Except that the input for it that I'm talking about is on a different page. Remember, I came over here and I pressed B. But if you go back up and press A, you get, now it looks blue in this video to me, but they're actually green. This one that says lower lectern, that's the mic that you can easily move around. And so if a worst case scenario and you can't find this microphone, you need to scramble, you're going to use this lower lectern mic, and it's the same principle. You just simply unmute it, and you've got your level, your volume level right here, okay? And you can go back and forth between the two different screens as you need to. Because if you go on the first layer, layer A, the microphone for the input for the guitar is not here. It's on layer B, okay? But it's simple. It may seem complicated, but it isn't. Okay, and you can switch back and forth between these two as many times as you want, and you're not going to hurt anything. All right? So, let's assume that everything is where it's supposed to be and you found everything. So, that's it. And when you're done for the evening, you come back here to this soundboard and you mute. You mute the choir, you mute the wireless. If you did anything anywhere else, you need to make sure that nothing is live. Don't worry about this side of the board. And then when you're ready, everything's muted, you just come over here. The first thing you do is up here in the corner, it says power down. You press power down. It asks you, shut down the desk? Yes. And now you're ready to come back over here and press the start button again, and everything will shut off. All right? The microphone that I was referring to, actually it's not here right now because we had used it for the annual meeting. It lives right here. It kind of fits right in here, and there's an arm that goes this way. And it will be plugged in down here, and there's a lot of cable. And all you need to do is, pick it up, move it, and bring it over here wherever you want it. All right? That's the worst case scenario. Assuming that you have everything that you need, you found the microphone, I'm coming up here past this organ into this room. And if you go into the room and you turn right against the wall, here's a light switch. And this stand and this cable are for the Guitar League. I'm just going to leave that mic stand here for now because, that's simple enough. That wireless mic that I talked about will fit in there. It's really tight. You can't snap it in. You have to slide it in, but it'll work. So, your presenters are going to plug in their guitar through an input right here. When you get here, it might already have something in it. there's a microphone right here that we use for the choir. All you need to do is make sure that you unplug it and just sit it right there. And then you want to take this XLR and plug it in. Okay? Then, this is important, you can't just plug in a guitar. It has to go in using a box. I don't even know what this is called. One side is the guitar input. You can see that this is actually leading to an amp, or right there. And on the other side is an XLR. And let's see if I can do this one-handed. So you're just going to take the cables off and leave them because you're not going to use these cables. And you need this box. You come back over here, and on the XLR side, you plug this sucker in, and then the guitar gets plugged in through the one that says through, okay? This one right here. So I'm assuming that your presenters are going to bring their own stuff, and we'll have a guitar cable that will reach from there to here, okay? And that's pretty much it. Just let me stress that, like with the soundboard, when you're all done, try to put everything back the way you found it. The cable and the microphone stand are going to go back where you got them up there. And obviously, you're going to unplug this. That cable's going to go away. Put back where it belongs. If this was plugged in, you want to put it back. And then you bring the box back and plug it back in the way you found it. There's the guitar input. I don't know what this box does, but your guitarist is not going to go anywhere without it. Anyway, I'll do that later because it takes two hands. So anyway, that's it. I'm sorry for the length of this video. I'm sorry it took so long. But at least you have something to refer to, and if you want to take notes, you can write stuff down. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. We're looking forward to it, and like I said, I'll be with you the first couple of times. All right? And if you ever have any questions, just text me.